Hey guys, Angela Montañez here. So I wanted to have just a quick conversation regarding fitness, right? So I love to meditate. I love everything about working out, but in the sense that it calms my mind versus making me feel more stressed and making me feel like I just got to keep going with it. Like I got to, some people, they can really thrive on that. They can thrive on the what is it called? They can thrive on that energy. They can thrive on that energy of like exerting all of that, excess energy inside themselves, and they can go, when it comes to working out. She's not like that. Like, I don't do that. I like to impart energy, to bring in energy, as well as to give off energy when I work out. And so in college, Pilates was huge for me. I mean, I slimmed out so beautifully as far as like actually having a shape in college before that semester passed, and then it was just like back up again. But Pilates was really great. Yoga has always been really great for me. And so I've dated yoga for a while now. And so that's why I want to talk today about spiritual fitness, because I've dated yoga for a while now. I've dated some of my favorite workout routines for a while now. And I kind of want to know, like, does anybody else do this where you'll date a workout routine, but you're not committed to it? So you just kind of date it for a little bit and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to go for a couple weeks, and then you know what? I'm just going to take a break, and before you know it, 3 months have passed, 6 months have passed, 1 year has passed before you even realized it, and then you tell your friends like, yeah, I was there like a month ago, and actually it was a year ago, So sometimes we tend to go on these up and down cycles where we date our workouts. So we date our diets and we date our workouts, and we're not fully committed because we're just kind of like in and out, like, not entirely sure if I'm with this or if I'm not with it. And you have to make a decision at some point. So at some point you have to decide, like, yes, I'm going to be committed to this way of living. I'm going to be committed to this lifestyle of food. I'm going to be committed to this workout, to the way that I work out. I'm going to be committed to this whole lifestyle, So at a certain point, you have to decide what you're going to be committed to. And for me, I realized that it's spiritual fitness because my journey, like I always tell people, has always been very spiritual first, from the moment that I was born, even before I was born, I remember being conscious in the room. I remember being a 1-year-old sitting on my mother's living room floor thinking, when am I going to walk so that I can move forward and live out the journey that I'm meant to live? So my journey has always been very spiritual first. And then it became very physical, and I'm always working on ways to intertwine the the spiritual aspects of my life and the physical aspects of my life, and kind of make them mesh into one. And I find that yoga does that so beautifully for me, and I really enjoy it. And so I had decided for myself that I'm going to stop dating my workout routines, and I'm going to stop dating my lifestyle, my diet lifestyle, my food lifestyle. I'm going to stop dating these things that I'm going to be fully committed. And so I wanted to ask you guys, it's a big question, like, are you at a point where you've just decided, like, I'm going to stop dating and start committing? Because that's a huge thing. Once you stop dating and you start committing, then so many things open up. You get to see the consistency of how your life can be when you commit to a lifestyle, when you commit to a workout routine, when you commit to a way of being. You get to see the fruits of that consistency come forward from that. It's a very beautiful thing. That's how I was able to lose 120 pounds, is because I was committed and consistent. I was committed to the process, and no matter how long it took, I knew this is my new way of life. I have to keep going with this. I have to focus on this. And no matter how much I shift, whether it's a little bit or a lot, I have to come back to this way of living because I'm committed to it. So it's kind of like it's a new marriage for you. Essentially it's a new marriage, and you want to be committed to it. You want to stop dating it so that you can't decide like, well, tomorrow I'm going to try something else, and then 6 months I'm going to try something else. And I mean, who gets married like that, right? Who finds their forever partner like that? Nobody, really, because you have to really take some time to get to know the person before you actually decide this is the one I'm going to be married to, So it's the same thing with your fitness routine, whether it's a spiritual fitness routine or it is just a very, I guess I would say, more aggressive in regards to breathing. Whether it's one of those routines, whatever your food routine is and the lifestyle for that. So whatever that is and whatever you want your overall lifestyle to be, think about that and realize that you can't date it for 6 months and then expect to be engaged and to be married to this lifestyle when you're still adjusting to it. You have to be committed, and you have to see how things go in the long run, because when you're consistent, you start to see the fruits of those consistency and that commitment over a longer period of time. You may see some changes happening within a month, within 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. You may see changes, but if you want to see the actual fruits of your commitment and consistency, that takes a long-term thing. That takes commitment versus just dating. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you will find a practice, whether it's a fitness practice or a food lifestyle, that will excite you and make you feel like, I want to be committed to this. I want to stop dating this and actually be in full commitment to the point where it's just a part of my lifestyle every single day, whether I practice it, 3 times a day, or whether I practice it 1 time a day. It's just something that I'm committed to. I'm not dating, but this is my new lifestyle. And when people ask you, well, how did you do it? Well, this is my lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. And so that's what I ultimately want to talk to you guys about today. And I really hope that you guys take this message and you think about it and you say to yourself, I want to become more committed to a newer lifestyle, and take the time to cement the things that are necessary to cement this new lifestyle of mine, so that I stop dating and I start becoming committed to it. All right, guys, so thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.